Welcome to the Soul Revival Podcast, where we have deep and meaningful conversations exploring modalities, tools, and healing, guiding you back to your most expansive soul self. Welcome back to this episode of the Soul Revival. This is a crazy episode. This is a sad episode. And this is also the end of a season, along with, I guess, kind of the end of an era, at least for now. Autumn, I'll let you kind of kick off with the topic
Yes.
today.
Yes. Oh, it's so bittersweet, Lindsay, but I have made a conscious decision to step away from the Soul Revival because I have just an amazing family that's right in front of my eyes that is just growing up way too fast. And I feel like I really just want to spend time in this moment of growth with my family, and the Soul Revival is so amazing. The community is so amazing. The podcast is so amazing. Lindsay is such an earth angel walking this realm. And for me to step away when I first was getting the messages, I'm like, no, absolutely not. No, I am not doing that. And eventually I was like, okay, Spirit, if I'm really meant to step away right now and focus on my family, please show me a purple penguin. And Lindsay, I know you know this story because I just couldn't believe it. But Marky was watching TV and I had just turned on YouTube. And usually I always start the TV from the beginning to like catch his like reaction to the intro of the song so he knows what he's watching. And I had asked Spirit for a purple penguin. And on the screen, as soon as I sat down at the kitchen table, a purple Pengui and then a purple penguin comes waddling across the screen. And Lindsay, this is why it's so important to listen to yourself because I know that we have such a connection. Like it is a sacred connection. And there was so much growth in the last year of this container together. And it was breaking my heart to even have to bring it up to you. Hey, I want to focus on family, and I didn't know how to do it. I probably didn't do it properly, but there was so much love given from you that it's just such a hard decision to make. But being in the present moment for me right now in this chapter of my life is so important because Marky is such a miracle baby and he's growing so fast in front of my eyes. And being able to just take that step back right now in this chapter is so important. I'm so grateful for, the way that you understand this and the way that you love me through it and the way that you were so accommodating with everything with me choosing this. So
Aw. Well, and I have to say, like, just hearing the story back and kind of being able to, take like a step back from it from like when you told me everything, it's very interesting that the message came to you through something of Marky's when like that is, what it's all about is you spending time with him and really being able to spend time with both of your kids and focusing on family. I think it's not lost on me that you got the message through something that he was watching. Like that's pretty amazing. And I'm so thankful for the time that we got to spend building this. I'm thankful that Spirit called us over a year ago to build this together and to launch this together in unity with each other. I think it was just such a powerful time for both of us. And we've had some amazing experiences, some phenomenal guests on the show. And I know, like I've said when you announced to the community, like it's not forever. It's not like you're gone forever. I know you're going to be making guest appearances and as we like think about the future and just let everybody know season 2, this will be the final episode. And I also just want to say, if you go back and listen to like each of our days in the life of Spirit, I think this is like, okay, yeah, no kidding. Like, I was thinking about that as you were talking too.
literally, literally, and any mom can probably relate. We have like 8 arms everywhere, and then, putting arms other places, it's just like, oh my goodness, like where can I pull back to feel alive again? Because my days are completely chaotic right now. Like just being completely honest, Marky is. such a menace. If you're a human design person, he is a manifester. So he is 8% of the population, and he is a person that just does what's on his mind without processing the reactions. And half the time I'm digging under the deck to pull him underneath underneath the deck, or he's getting into these places and you have to keep your eyes on him 24/7 or you don't know the repercussions of that. So any mom that has any toddler at this age it's something it's a joy. I mean, it's complete joy because that's all he's living in is joy. Just,
Yeah,
hey, I want to do this. I'm going to go do it. I'm going to do this and this and this and watching the growth and seeing him fail and get back up and not even fail, just lessons, right? He's just
right.
learning. And
Yeah,
it's so fun to watch him grow because I feel like I'm growing with him as well. There's so much
for sure.
to learn. And that's it too, Lindsay. There was such a powerful message with bringing us together to build this community. Like there were, like you said, phenomenal guests. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've learned a lot of growth. It was during my most vulnerable time of postpartum depression that I was building this and we were building this together. And I feel like there was just a lot of recoding and rewiring in my field at the time that we were building this. And I'm so incredibly grateful for this connection, this relationship, and just the strength that it took for us just to keep powering through. And that's one thing that Lindsay has. She has a lot of warrior strength where she's just like, I can get this done. If there's a will, there's a way. I'm going to do it. And I admire that about her because it is shown and felt and seen by so many people.
Aw, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I feel like us being brought together by spirit and we, obviously got super strong messages about building this together and just being in like previous containers together and being able to like always, connect with each other. And there's always been like an instant recognition and deeper friendship with us, probably a soul recognition from a past life, like you and I have talked about before. But I think I really feel that we were able to collapse time around a lot of the things that we achieved. I mean, being like in the top 50% of podcasts, still like in our first year of running a podcast, like that's phenomenal. And just the responses we get. I mean, I don't know about you, but like the DMs that I get about like our honest, authentic, vulnerable conversations, people so appreciate being able to have a safe space to listen to things and also to have that level of validation because especially people that are earlier in their journey, I mean, no matter where you're at in your journey, right? I mean, it's why even if we have our mediums or have mediumistic abilities, we still like go to mediums because like you just want that icing layer on the cake to validation. But I think hearing, the conversations that we've had every week has been really meaningful. And I feel like just being able to do it with our energies together, our unique energetic blueprints together in combination with each other, really helped elevate the last year. So I'm really grateful for the time that we spent together.
Exactly. Oh, me too. Thank you for saying that. I just feel like my soul hugging yours. Like,
Mm.
it's so bittersweet because Lindsay and I, we spent almost every day communicating what's next, what we're doing. And now
You're
it's like,
blown up boxer.
I know. And I'm just like, oh, this is such a bittersweet moment because it's like, I know that we'll be back together. I know this
Yeah.
isn't like goodbye or anything
Yeah.
like that. I know that there's like so much growth that's happening underneath the surface. And, there's a lot of leadership in you, Lindsay. Like, there's a lot of leadership in you. And there's a lot of different directions and a lot of tools under your belt that spirit's like, hey, we got to create more space to take you where you need to go because you are soaring. And it's like you're on a rocket ship. It's not going to be slow soaring, it's going to be fast paced soaring. And I'm very psychic. So I hope you trust me on this
Oh,
because
I trust
this
you. And
is the
I'm
direction.
feeling it. I mean, I feel like I'm getting pulled a lot of different directions right now. But yeah, like literally every horoscope astrologer that I trust and value their opinion, like every reading they've had for Cancer. And it's interesting. So I'm Cancer sun, but Libra rising. And the readings are consistent for both signs.
Oh,
And
I
so
love
that's been very interesting too.
Oh, I love that. I love that. Yeah, no, and that's another important piece of listening to the direction spirit is taking you because I could have, just ignored it and then it would have hindered both of our growth. Not in
Right.
a scarcity way, but it's so important to listen to the messages that you're receiving because you don't know what's in the future for you because we're not in control. We can try
Right.
to, be in control as much as we want, but we're not. And there's always such a beautiful, abundant energy that comes through when you just let spirit take the lead. When you just let spirit take the lead. And I'm very honest about this. This is probably one of the hardest decisions that I truthfully had to make because Lindsay, you and I, everything was rocking and
I know,
rolling.
we
And
just
I'm like,
vibed.
exactly. And I'm like, f family is always going to be there. But I think that, being present is just so important right now. Like
Yeah.
being present and being the mother that I want to be in this short chapter of life, is so important to my soul. Um, that yeah, it was just needed.
I just have to say too that I feel like, I mean, we both have experienced this, right? That if you don't listen to spirit when you keep getting that tap, like eventually it's not going to be a tap. You're going to get like whacked over the head with it. So,
Ex-
I mean, if you
Exactly.
like, if it's something you don't want to do and you have resistant energy to it, I mean, it's not going to go away.
No, and then you'll start feeling it in your body, and
Mhm.
it's just gonna be like that looping energy,
Yeah.
that looping thought, and that loopingness of the subconscious mind. So, but
Yeah.
Lindsay, I am so grateful, literally from the bottom of my heart, so incredibly grateful for the time that we spent together, the skills and tools that you've taught me, the community that we built together. That everyone in the community is amazing. They're so heart-centered and grounded, and that to loop it back around to why we started this business together, Lindsay, is because you are extremely grounded and I am like all up here in the ethers and you are all down here in the grounded. And we used to have another community together and I would do live events and I would literally look for Lindsay before I started my live event because she was just such a motherly, like grounding energy for me that I'm like, okay, I'm safe. Like I am safe. I'm in the safe container.
We want to express deep gratitude for everybody who sponsors the podcast. It really, really matters. It allows us to invest our time, effort, and energy in bringing you the most relevant spiritual content. So if you're feeling called, please subscribe, click like, leave a review, or sponsor the podcast. We very, very much appreciate you.
And building this business with you, it was the same thing. I was always grounded. Like I was scared out of my mind a lot of the time. And I'm like, you know what? Like Lindsay's there. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be fine. I just need to show
Oh,
up. So teaching me how to just show up authentically and use my voice and have this power and know that I matter is something that I'm going to forever keep growing in my heart because you've taught me just that. It
oh,
doesn't take anyone special. It just takes enough love for yourself to put yourself first and show up. And I'm so forever grateful for that because that was
oh.
something that you are again have the tool for, the code for, and it's something that you teach effortlessly through just beauty, through the beauty of the energy that you carry.
Oh, thank you so much. And, reciprocally, I have to say that you enabling me when I was kind of like resistant to the idea of being able to hold Christ conscious energy when I'm doing healings with clients. And that just seemed like so big and so unreasonable to think that I had the power to do. And you like really reiterating to me over and over again and knowing, like psychically knowing that I had that power. So thank you for that, because that's definitely something that you sparked in me like this is real, this is valid. And I definitely would have questioned it way more if you hadn't been constantly telling me that.
Oh, my goodness, yes. No, that is an energy that is very sacred and very unique. And I think it takes someone that has a lot of understanding of who they are to carry that energy and to provide that energy in healings. And I mean, you do it with people, of course, but even just be able to bring that energy and bridge it with animals as well. I feel like it just amplifies that Christ consciousness energy when you do it with animals that are just full of unconditional love. But yes, Lindsay, I have too many words to say about the Soul Revival and the Soul Revival podcast community, what the Soul Revival is all about. I know that it's going very big places. And I think that there's, like I said, a lot of tools under your belt where you can just kind of bring this all together and bridge it all together to be a beautiful piece of everyone's healing and in just the way that you speak and the way that you show up authentically. And I know this is kind of me stepping away and saying my goodbyes, but I'm so grateful for all of the listeners that listened and that did reach out and DM'd us. All of the guests that came on were phenomenal. I always left with such a high after meeting these guests that were
Gosh,
coming on.
yeah.
We would like go on box. We're like, oh my gosh, I think I
You're
love them.
amazing.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And those are the moments that I'm gonna miss the most. But you know, it's so unpredictable. There's no way I can operate on a schedule right now. I just
Yeah.
even getting this date for this podcast, I'm like, oh my goodness, Marky is
Yeah.
just not cooperating. Marky's not cooperating. But today we finally got it done. Yay!
Yeah.
But maybe it was also my subconscious mind like pushing it back, so it wasn't gonna show
Maybe.
up.
Well, I'll just let everybody know that's listening because they're probably like, okay, what's happening next? So don't worry. The podcast and the community aren't going anywhere. So this is going to be the last episode for the season. And then we start season 3 on June 1st. So June 1st, we're going to start a whole new format, which I'm super excited about. The format is going to be, and I think this is going to be great because it's going to hit people on so many different levels. I know it would me, like if I was a listener. I'm going to have a co-host, a guest co-host. Yeah, so excited to make the announcement of who that is. So TBD on that, but trust me, you guys are going to love it. It's going to be the person's very fun, and they're going to be bringing all the energy. So I have a guest co-host for season 3, and I'm going to be doing some episodes. One episode a month is going to be this person and I. Another episode is going to be me like riffing on spiritual topics. So if you're in the Soul Revival Facebook community, drop topics in there. We've already gotten some dropped in, but drop in ideas of what you want me to cover. And then we're going to be doing a guest healer each month. And then we're going to be doing an episode on spirit with just everybody, like non-healers, anybody spiritual in their experiences, like anybody that's had an angel experience, anybody that's had an experience with a loved one on the other side. So if you're listening to this and you've had experiences and you'd like to be on the show, definitely shoot me a message. Go on the Soul Revival and do the info at thesoulrevival.com and you'll be able to send me a message. But we would love to have you on. But yeah, that's going to be the new format kicking off on June 1st.
Lindsay, that's going to be so fun. I know the listeners are going to love that and just more structure. They know what they're tuning into. That's so fun. And, I'm really excited to hear about the special guests, but I know that that's going to be so fun. I'm really, really, really excited for the kickoff of the season 3. I am forever going to be a listener and I love the Soul Revival. I love you, Lindsay. I am so grateful for this time together and I hope that everyone has an amazing rest of their life, their days ahead. And, I'll still be around. Stay connected with me. I would love to, stay in connection and, we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll be popping in here and there.
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I love you too, Autumn.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
If you loved today's episode, don't forget to leave us a 5-star review. Follow our podcast. We release a new episode each and every week and join us on Facebook inside the Soul Revival community. Come be a part of the magic. We'll see you there.